Well, people, here's the thing. Lately, I've been away for 3 weeks, and I come to find out and realization of something. The With everything going on because of Trump, there is a problem with with local court systems and judicial systems and bullshit like that. They are literally locking people up that they don't like. Now, I've told people before that I am a non-Christian. Here's the thing, and I've also told people before as well that yes, I was born with mental health diagnoses. Well, the thing is, as well, that because of Trump's Project 2025 playbook and plan, it's starting to go back to the days where they are just locking people up that are different, plain and simple. And yet, for the past 3 weeks, I have been literally at the downtown detention center and maximum correctional center off of Harding Place. Now, the thing with that is that there are more people who are non-Christian that's not part of the 3 points of a triangle, which is Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Now, any of those three, most of the people that's on those 3 points are literally people who are either gang or criminal organization, gang trash affiliated. The problem is that they are literally being able to be released without any problems. And those who do not share those three of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, any pagans, Wiccans, Druids, shamanistic, anyone that is under the pagan, heathen umbrella, LGBT or rainbow community, mental health diagnoses are all being locked up because society does not want them around. Well, it seems to me that that's all they want to do. And yes, I was in the downtown detention center and correctional center, and now I have to go back on Tuesday with the high risk of losing my chance of being in society, but hopefully something will turn out to be good, and I will be back with that update. Now, it's wrong to lock people up for being different. So, and it's also wrong for people to be taken out of society and not have a life because they're different. So, if the court system wants people who are different by religious path, sexual orientation, mental health, or whatever, so are they going to end up telling people that have Down syndrome not to work at Goodwill anymore? Are they going to tell people who are in different religions to, you know, hey, you're fired. You can't work here anymore. You can't be in society. What these people don't understand is that even over amount of stress can be a mental health disorder. For example, if a person is having a rough day at work and they get into their vehicle, they're driving down the road, interstate, whatever, and someone cuts them off, they start cussing at them, flipping the bird, everything to show an ounce of road rage because they're highly stressed before they get behind the wheel of the vehicle. That in itself is a form of mental illness. With that being said, then the court system itself needs to put itself into the jailhouses. For example, there is a community feeding every Saturday night um, at a place called the Benevolent Center, but next Saturday it'll be at another location. And tonight, like any other Saturday night, there's this woman who loves to run off at the mouth. I mean, constantly just running off at the mouth, starting fights with everyone, threatening to hit people. And yet, she's, getting away with it. But yet, the court system is worried about someone like me who's, you know, a different religious path, mental health diagnoses, and just being different altogether. But yet, not something like that. But yet, there's people who are in for in for murder, robbery, and stuff like that, and yet they are letting them go, letting them do whatever they want. But they're more worried about someone like me. It needs to stop because it's a form of discrimination. It is a form of defamate defamation of character. They're judging by, oh, this person did something wrong. Let's just question their reason to exist. Um, uh, uh, because something happened between me and my roommate a little more than 5 months ago, and because we both were stressed over being evicted, that uh, we just things took a little turn for the worse. But between then and October 19th of this year, which that was on May 11th when this happened, but between May 11th of this year and October 19th, everything was getting better. Everything was because we were actually trying to do what we can to try to get back into housing and things like that. But because of the guy, what's his name, Shaquille Taylor, who was faking a mental illness, had killed an innocent woman, who was a Belmont College student, Julia Ludwig. I'm not gonna say my attorney's name, but my attorney is a Belmont graduate student. Well, a Belmont student graduate, and in a way, it may be unrelated connection, a theoretical connection, but it's a conflict of interest. Taking what happened to Miss Ludwig too personal, and with my case, it was the fact that there were things that were said, and with what was said by a DA and another person, like domestic um victim counselor or whatnot, they agreed about me being put on probation for a year and stuff like that because me and my roommate are trying to work together to get into housing and everything. I won't go into too much personal detail on that, but when the DA came up with the idea, my attorney also said that she was going to put that idea on the table in front of the judge, but another DA ended up denying it. So here's the thing. I was supposed to do 45 days or go to see if I'm competent to stand trial. So I agreed to the 45 days, but it would still be where I would lose my income because my income also helps with me and my roommate. And somehow words got crossed, like miscommunication on them thinking that I would choose the competency trial instead of the 45 days. Well, I had no choice but to accept the 45 days. And I'm going to bring that up. And if the court that I have to go into ends up having their attention brought on this video here, it's basically, I'm actually telling the truth without putting too much detail. And it's a grave issue. It's more that people who are different are being subjected to being locked up, imprisoned, confined, to be taken out of society instead of being able to live their lives. And it literally is a form of defamation of character and discrimination. In order to stop this, the word has to get to people to stop this kind of problem from continuing. So instead of people continuing this grave issue, let's stop it from happening. Let's try to prevent it from happening. And try to compromise with one another. Until then, welcome to the real world. The hunt is forever on.